Okay, we're just going to do this in a blackout because I can stay focused and you won't see all my animated faces. And all right, so in the state of Michigan, we have 148 approximately, Michigan House, the whole nine. No, we count the governor separate. She's not really running things. We don't know what she's doing. She's drank too much children's blood to this point to even know what day it is. Is this. Each individual county has problems from the floor up. So we have to start at the top up because it's so bad. So if we have 148, we'll just round it up. 150, the main puppets running the show. They have to go. They have to resign by, we said what, New Year's Eve? It would have really been nice to be prior so we could have a proper celebration. But as the human Michiganders, the human beings that live in Michigan, who know what this state is worth and who know, like, we don't know why or how it got this ugly, but it's mainly the nasty relationship with Canada. So that's got to end. They got to keep their own trash finally. And what else? I have never cared once for the CPS, the government's treatment of natives here. We have actually a pretty large population dispersed. Not only that, but a huge population of mixed, even of washed down descent. So it doesn't really even matter, but you just got a little bit. For some reason, the state of Michigan hammers away at the natives here, and they always treat them extra poor and distortedly, violently through government, police, CPS, you call it. They hate Native Americans here, but yet technically the state should be owned by the Native Americans because the federal has not been behaving properly. Yeah, they might douse up with the casinos and help with that, but overall there's just too much twisted stuff. And so for recompense, repayment, those that have been over-victimized, not heard, distorted, falsely reported, falsely accused, falsely labeled, most of them are, if they aren't the vast majority, mixed. There's some kind of experimental thing going on in the state of Michigan. It's very specific with O blood type, by the way. And predominantly speaking, O blood type is the oldest blood type. If you get into more of the negative and positive, then you're getting even more gold digging. And that's the truth of it. And there's a big thing going on here. And so they all have to go. So we have 150 governor workers, plus more, so let's just go 300 or more, that have to resign by the new year. Well, what's the alternative? We don't listen to them. We don't listen to them on mandates. We let them do all of this. We let them bring in whoever they wanted to bring in. We were more than happy being a rescue state for those that are coming from such scary lands that they need a safe place to dwell and integrate. No, that's not what they're doing. They're planting themselves like big cement stacks of putrid. Now, we were more than gracious enough to bring some of these groups in, yet we knew their ideologies were off kilter. You can't marry children and have children with children, and you can't marry your own children and have... There's so many, just on a genetic level, of problems. Please, must we go here? So we've got to get that in line, because we already had trouble with the Mormons, and they were all over the place, and they still are, and we've got problems in the Amish. Yes, there is. There's some heavy hidden abuses in certain segments. You guys, we're just a big ball of mess. So what we have to do is we have to give the lands back to who they originally belonged to, because a lot of the treaties and stuff were not withheld at all properly, and the casinos can't make up for what happened. Okay, so here in Michigan, you guys, I don't have a station. I'm shadow banned. I was on these weird little bandwagons no one would ever know about. I was just kind of like one of those little underground ant workers. Literally, the whole time nobody knew. And I would just work in these little small groups and jump out of that group and go into this. And I would just petition like my little bandit heart off like you wouldn't believe. Like, I was on the bandwagon to put Zuckerberg under for not protecting the children on Facebook. It wasn't that we were fully opposed to social media, but there wasn't enough. And he was literally, it's just like a plethora playground of where the predators really got implanted was in Facebook and YouTube. Things like that. So Yeah, there's a raptor in the house here, the dinosaur. Did you hear him in the background? Here, Hip, come on, let's do some more of that. So there's a storm coming in, and feeling pretty good today. I mean, I have a lot of reasons to feel good, but fuck the government as always. So we got Michigan House, about approximately 110, another 38 stragglers, thrown another 5. We got 150 that need to resign by New Year's Eve. We would really appreciate it if you would do it by Christmas. Let's see here. Let's go look at a calendar real quick. Well, I don't know. I think today's Wednesday or Thursday. It might be a day ahead. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm a day behind. No, usually I'm ahead. So I have to just check the old calendar, you know what I mean? Nothing like being a day ahead. So, I mean, you got like 6, 7 days or more. That's plenty of time to resign. You got plenty of money stacked up. Sell some assets, sell some properties. You'll be good. Get Whitmer out of there. You guys, what do you got her on? She ain't alright. We got some kind of puppeteer thing going on here. Nobody believes her, and we're sick of her stupid talk. We gave another woman a chance, and you done just fucked us over, alright? Especially blue collar and all that. Don't stand up and say you're for the blue, you dumb liar. Okay, outside of that. So yeah, we're flipping the powers. I know all the women I've met through the years were, if they weren't native descent, they were mixed. We were all like, I mean, once I did my only little private investigations on my trips around the whatever, is visiting places, is, there was definitely a resounding theme. Especially those stuck in the mental illness traps with the doctors and the blood taken and all that. I don't know. Just food for thought. But outside of that, as far as I know, it'll be one of the biggest collapse. But, you know, it might be the biggest comeback ever, too. We got some real, just playing fetch in the house because it's too muddy outside and got to burn off some energy. So, and if there's any settling issues or major structural damage to be had, or, you know, that we really got, it looks like they found a few soft spots. We like it that way. You have a good one.